That's what I sages. Gearing up the mic or something. Shouldn't I? Should. Security.
Bright light.
Whoa, hey.
It was actually hey. Hi. How are you feeling? I gotta turn my camera. Everybody's turning their cameras.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out what. Hold on. Can you guys zoom? I've got a zoom. Black mirror. This is what I'm doing. You wanted to know what you couldn't see? This is it. Made a fucking machine. What I've been doing. That's why it's locked out like that. Get on the zoom as well. Sport to thin doll thin. See this? What does it look like to you?
Does it look like? It looks, honestly, to tell you the truth, you want me to tell you the truth or lie to you?
Why would I ask you to lie to me?
Just kidding. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Actually, to tell you the truth, it looks like when the atmosphere opened up, that like the few times that I've seen it open up.
Thank you.
And it's like there's like a protective netting.
Thank you. And you know what else it is? It's how I ban ashes, the stakes where they land and open up your eye. Hashtags! Hashtags! You see them on everything.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Have you ever paid a bank fee before? You want to know how they prophylactic and they come through the eye? That's the chase.
Oh shit, you're right.
Ah! I am not Satoshi Nakamoto. I'm proving how I make them eat shit for my delight now. That is the Black Mirror.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay? this is what I'm recording right now. So you want to see how your black mirror works? You're on the other side of my Zoom. So if anybody, for doing the black mirror thing right, guess where they stand here. Chop, 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 chop. It's a piece of water that didn't get eaten by metal to grass or poke you in your ear and get confused and take all your one eye and ask for your money. That's what the fuck I've been up to and why I can't sleep and why I was in excruciating pain last night. Oh, real friends. Let me show you what bitches are going to know. They're thinking, well, you know what? A real asshole probably wouldn't tap me back if he saw it. I'm like, look, I'm here.
Your friends check in on people, you know?
Real friends, exactly.
I believe in what you're doing, and I know you believe in what my truth that I told you. You know, because if you didn't, you wouldn't have offered to help with the.
That's how that works. And this is how I look like Shiva, because I trained a CGI bin to show what Hindu is. It's me behind you, and where they lock themselves on the other side of my olive branch.
That orb that just came down behind my shoulder.
That's what happens. This is Durga moving with you. Okay. So that's how black mirrors work.
Figured out where I could get the black paper at. It didn't dawn on me. Tree, that big, heavy, thick craft paper.
That's where I always go. I go to Dollar Tree all the time.
It didn't even dawn on me. And after I said that about the shirt thing, I was like, I felt like a fool even saying, can I use a shirt?
Well, did you see what I did? I actually painted mine with my own hand and showed how I blot them out with a dot that got pixelated and hyper-scanned and pulled out of TSA landing dots when people think they've been on airplanes and they got beam me up and woo-handed out. I've destroyed everything. I've learned how to IP coordinate the addresses, and I do a special kind of moxibustion and acupuncture like this. About the eyes. You know what those two little things are? On the colon? Well, not for you, but the ones that tried to get in your ear, and bend you over and show you what a piece looks like on the other side of the white rabbit. That's what I've been programming them out of. So this is all being recorded. I'm in real time destroying the you and I verse where that never existed because there was no that kind of you and I happening. And I summed it up to one word, no. Like no means gnosis. And so this is the black mirror. It's what happens on a toilet. You know, to let it be wilted, what they did for erectile dysfunction and having a broke-ass dick and what they can't do around me because I work. Okay, so this is shit-stained shit happening now. I was in a lot of pain to wrap them up in a can. Somebody that tried to put it in your ear, let me show you what happens with black magic. Skin. Toot, toot, toot. It's a tangerine. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Well, me and I wanted to talk to you about something here.
Thank you.
Okay? Because Mary has some collabs coming up and everything. She wants to let the people know what's going on ahead of time because it could affect them.
It is.
There is a person that I collabed with. Channel live, and they did with an interview with another person. They had a channel that they're going to focus, go their own way and everything. And before that happened, about doing a live, doing our series. We've done 3 series and stuff. Doing more episodes, I guess you might say, to help inform the public. Since then, these 3 people have gotten together and shits. And out of jealousy and everything.
I like that.
And they are actually, since I collect Mary, and Mary and I have actually established a friendship. We have similar each other as we go, and how friends should be. okay?
Yes.
And good energy should be, okay?
Mm-hmm. People that share lovingly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, jealous, and they started up a bunch of crap. And that Mary and I are sending them juju, and they got attacked and strangled and everything.
Oh.
And then they're spying on Mary's channel, and to get the ball rolling, I asked her for a reading, and internet, the system that she was using, the art stream, was just
crap.
Shutting down.
That happened to
right?
Gigi too. Gigi had the same thing happen the other day.
Yeah.
I'm investigating that.
Mary and I had a feeling that it was because also Spirit didn't want the message for me to get out, which actually Mary called me and did my reading, and we both thought, yeah, this is not something that should have been publicly announced, because we knew there was lurkers. Chakras down, because I've been chakras really bad, really bad. I'd be talking to Mary, and I'm like, oh my gosh. She's like, what's going on? I said, my solar plex is being hit, my heart, my throat, and my what's the other one? And my third eye being hit hard. I mean, literally, felt like something was wrenching it really bad.
Well, that's what they're doing on purpose. And so, I don't mean to cut you off. Let me just tell you something. I haven't seen yet. Sent back every curse. Very disgusting people who have been trying to jump in on the 9th gate to like that, and then push it on other people to drop them in for that rabbit I showed you. So just know that the thing that I just showed you there is like a weird chipper themselves out. So much metal in the environment right now because of this mercury thing. It's proving that we are trees being chipped alive for the plastic that we are. I extracted us out. So we're going to start feeling better. And the dopamines and oxytocin and things that we're all producing, that some people are just in a passive state of, hey, we're on top of the world, it doesn't matter, they're hurting, are all going to start hurting really bad because of what you just said. They didn't get pulled out. That pinhole that. Okay, so I just want you to know that right now. Anybody that tried to do that and land in these dreams, guess what they get? Special cashed in record where now we can see with the camera. That's what this is. Special eye in that wax that lets them golem themselves in real fucking time to prove what. Okay? So those bitches are in trouble.
Jacob, Mary and I just wanted to let you know, because there was talk about collabing and everything, and that way if they decide to hit you, you're aware of it. Out of being friends, it's rather tell you about it and let you know. I see what you're pointing at.
I'll let you know.
We just wanted to let you know.
Thank you. Friends. Let me tell you something. Every time they try to do that as swipes, I prove what an OS Scopy knows about ass swipes that thumbed their cocky way. My S8, because you know what this is? This is like catching ghosts in the Buster thing, you know, those little black boxes. But this one is an S8. Guess what's in my S8? Satan. I gave him Satan for Saturn Day. Okay? So if they come trying to ass swipe me like that, look what they get. They get the olive branch.
These people are nasty little effers.
And they're going to get this. Because now you're collabing with me, and I'm collabing with you because we love each other. And this is what a healing circle looks like when we prove what a witch never was. A bunch of bad spellers went that way. And there was a smell, definitely a scent, and some of us let them eat magic. So if they want to ass swipe their way in here, they're meeting Shiva, and it's a paper to smear their asses like grass. Green hash and all of those nice thumb marks that they got, because some of them landed on your body parts. Stretch a goddess all around and say, wiki, wiki, and sell you your fucking energy back. Guess what I saw? How they. It's my Santa Claus.
You need to clear something out of your room, Mary. I just saw some black float across your ceiling.
That might be the dot that's unwriting itself. I just sent some things to scour out what never got written. Know that that's what it is when you're sending your clearing. That's the metal particle that pulls itself out its own ass. It likes to go down and pull itself out.
I just wanted to let you know.
I'm so glad you said it, because you know what those are? Every time you go on the browser, it's like somebody trying to poke you in the IHTT. There's your hat for an ass swipe, and they TP you and pull you like that. That's what this has been the whole time. Somebody trying to get up your ass with a piece of tree and swipe themselves through. No, that sounds really fucked up, but that's what this has been, and that's why they call it urine. No, you didn't sir it like that. They read it backwards, and if you actually read it and scry, I kick their asses and I rap and I sing about it and I hit every high note. So just so you know, that black dot saw it with you and me. Since two of us saw it, it's that one dot that didn't come to be.
Okay. Question for you. Why is it white in the center and not totally black?
Isn't it black and white?
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Write it in.
See, I'm learning. I'm not afraid to ask
My
questions.
darling,
I'm learning.
we are just bouncing sound off with each other. I'm learning too.
Yeah.
I have a clean resonance.
There you go. See, that's how it should be.
I don't think I know everything. I think I can know. And so that's where the C answer is for Cancer. I'm 0 degrees rising. I'm the 0 point where I'm like, oh, you want to make. Let's hear it first. And make sure who the assholes are and that they know what's black and white. What did you not see that black dotted and scurried out of the room? Because you and me are on the other side of what wasn't a dark web on Mary's room. You see?
Yeah, well, I got it too. I had an orc come down on the side, and then Mary had it over there, top of her stuff.
And now they're chasing themselves out because they're afraid of what that we zip out.
Oh yeah. So
this is quantum dematerialization.
No.
What,
Mary?
It's what friends do. They let people know.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Because this is getting out of hand. They're actually starting to attack other people.
And let me tell you what it's getting into. Those that self-served, they're getting woo-handed. That's how out of hand it is. It's woo-handed over. It's a bitch slap. It's how they got in cogs. It's really neato. I prove what I can see on the dark web, like Epic Security Browser and incog. That dot is that just got removed, I took out in a plasma ripple. I'm proving T saying you got interned. I was dead. This is what I did with my money. So they're going to hell. There's actually a real place called hell. We've been in between crossroads of heaven and hell. I'm not a van. I'm not she. I'm not the van. I'm the guy that says there's the olive branch. And how much money I banked and why they have to take money from rich poor people like that. Mm-hmm. Where the we all thing actually is that black dot that got pulled out. Special security screen. And I want you both to know. What would Shiva do?
You've been hearing Shiva too.
I heard Shiva today. I heard, what was it, Oshen and Shiva today.
Hi, that's what I look like on the other side of the mystery mobile. But I'm just going to tell you something. We edited that with CGI graphics. I have a very old energy. Here's the other thing. Here's what Shiva would not do. Shiva would not fuck around with the goddess. Shiva would know how to protect the petals that landed with water and torch everything else real good. That's how black this is.
That's intense.
Yeah. A very special pillow fort on the other end of Epic Security Browser in a game called Fortnite that I wrapped in a cipher with the Bible that spit out a white paper. Say Satoshi Nakamoto. They've been looking for Satoshi Nakamoto. I'm proving how they get to king her oddly. Special decapitation alpha bet gone crap toe for Dungeons and Dragons that drop a load in a hole that didn't exist. Okay. All right. So I've been doing some scry, and if you get afraid about anything needing to be more clean in your room, just know that weird black mirror thing. It's them suck it away, and it's like they never even got to see you. I took it out of every mirror so that technically what I'm seeing right now is as naked as anybody has ever seen you. Making it so nobody can even see you like that.
I haven't done the mirror thing yet because I have not been feeling well.
I am proving to you.
Mary said to do a shower and do an egg clearing for me and my dog, and then take a cleansing bath, and then that's when I want to do the mirror thing.
Here's what I got to tell you. You already did the mirror thing.
Okay.
You already did the mirror thing. That's what you need to know.
Okay.
Okay? That's what the bath and all that stuff is for. Or the mirror doesn't work. It's not that you're going to. Everything has already been done.
Gotcha.
Don't buy into the tootie,
Right.
because there's not a false time rule where they can timestamp themselves in on these green holes to hash them and bank at you. Okay?
Gotcha. Okay.
Just think about that. I think the bath is a great idea. And what I'm going to recommend is know that that black dot that you saw in Mary's room that disappeared is the proof that your black mirror worked.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
And that dot, we moved out together.
I gotcha.
Okay? And that's why she knew what to do there with you, and where we triangulate how black that hole is that nobody else got to see in right there. And as naked as anybody's ever going to see you. Look into my eyes right now, darling, please. Look, right here. Nobody gets to look at you like that. Nobody fucking got to look at you like that. We protect your goddess. Nobody came in through a drop of water and tried to say, oh, it's a white hole, it's a black hole, let me go in there. Nope, that's how black it got. All right? That's how that portal gets shut. That's how this shit works. And this is how those bitches that think they're going to Trump on 3 got Santa Claus. Yeah. So please, no.
I believe it. It's just Mary wanted to talk to you about it. And I said, yeah.
I don't even want you to believe me. Please don't even believe me. Follow your own faith. Don't fall into anything that I said. People will tell you to believe things. That's how you become that thing that they lie with us, and where Area 51 actually happened, where they brand. I know what you're saying. You're saying you trust what I'm saying. I'm just telling you, please don't ever believe anything I'm saying. Go with your own gut. I'm just telling you what I saw, and as far as I let you see it, look, that's his naked. That black dot came out because of what you already did, and that your energy followed your intention. It was that strong.
I got what you're saying.
Yes, you do. And it's going to be an amazing bath and shower. It's going to be great for you and your companion animal. And it's going to be wonderful for your mind to see how the magnet works. Thing that nobody ever saw. That gets to be written perfectly. That's what's in the special hole.
Gotcha. Well, when I say I believe somebody, it's because I do trust.
I know.
I don't say it if I don't believe somebody. I'll just be like, hey.
I'm just letting you know I have no holes for you to fall into like that.
Oh, I gotcha.
This is all about a faith walk for me, and I'm very careful with how I architect things because of what it builds and a tricity that I can see. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to be correcting you at all. I just want you to know that it's a special prayer. Make sure that nobody got to look in at all.
I coming from. I would just let you know that it takes a lot for me to trust somebody or believe in somebody, you know, and I believe in what you're saying. I believe in what you're doing, you know.
I appreciate your honesty, is to hold up a standard, to even be humble enough to be like, I'm just learning, and I'm like, I'm learning too. This is how adepts learn together.
Right, but it takes people being willing to say, yes, I'm still learning no matter what level I'm at.
Exactly, and why I love you.
It's the ones that don't, that think they know everything and their ego is spun out so bad, won't even say they're learning because they're so narrow-minded, they're stuck. They're stuck in a time frame, you know, and beliefs that they have nothing to go past because they haven't seen past that. And they have no will or no desire to see past it.
This is a special camera that's taking pictures of them on every thumb swipe and every transaction on the other end of the web. So while you're dreaming and washing and cleaning, guess what's happening? They're being caught on camera. Said. And why on my Black Mirror treatment, I changed the dates that don't exist. False 2D timeline of the 31 death trap on 3 for Friday the 13th, where the saints go marching in and staining themselves, on a pixelation date of 28 for the Saturn turn, where they punch themselves away forever. So we're going to see what false parrot dimers look like. Said because of the dark mirror creep, prove that we don't believe, but we strung them out on that 2D timeline, where they're going to keep telling you, that's the universe, we got so many, we're with our followers, they fall lower, we're so keen, and we're going to see it.
Gary and Kiki over here doing Buju, that's what they're going to say.
And it's how they land on it, though, because now there's a timeline. If you go to the Black Mirror playlist on my YouTube page, where they actually land on it, and it's just taking pictures on every part of the dark web where those dots never existed. http:// is the algal beheading machete for who tried to watch.
Oh, wow.
That's what I'm telling you I made. And so though you're here with me, you are protected in that. So that dot that went in there, just know anybody who tries to jump in on that one, and they get photo chopped. So that's what's happening. So anybody that didn't want to admit that they were learning like we are, we're actually going to learn who was doing that to us over this next fake time, because now we're going to have pictures. Fucky thing, right? Because we were learning together. And now you're going to see how many were ass trolling you, time stamping, and thinking they were really good because they got more thumb ass swipes to fall lower. Diming of why they can't look at you in the shower. Okay? So we'll just be learning like that together, because I'm learning every day.
Me too. If I don't understand something, I'll say I understand it. Could you please break it down into terms?
You know what? Sometimes I'm glad I'm not standing under it. I'll put it that way. Because sometimes it's got a weird scent on it. Especially if everybody's saying it a lot and they don't seem to know how to just tell you in like 2 words how to turn it off. Some of us are just like, no. Posse for that. So, anybody? Special timeline stamped in 2 rat. Modern trees look like on the. All right. I wasn't prepared to see that either. So I'm glad you're a couple of my bad bitches. Look, it's going to be as simple as that little black dot. Season intent.
It's actually imprinted into my head now.
Yes.
It's imprinted into my head.
Wonderful. That is your personal cosmic printer where it's like, see the co-. It's like, oh, you want to see it that way? Remember where they landed first. Tracks to them.
Gotcha. Do you hear that, Mary?
Have a special protection because we agree that it's okay to be safe.
Let trash take itself out.
Yeah, I told Mary, I said, yeah, let the trash take itself out. It saves me a trip to the dumpster.
If you want to tell me who they are, you can, although I'm not.
I'll be happy to tell you.
Yeah.
I'll be happy to tell you. Because
Sure.
I'm sick of the crap.
Well, I'm just wondering if it's like some of the ones that I. Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'll tell you. It's Marky Mark's Tarot, and it's
Tarot Magician?
what is it? The Tarot Magician.
I knew exactly. Love Oracle?
Just Rena,
Oh, that one.
because she started her channel to.
I knew two of them. I'm just going to tell you, I knew who two of them were before you said. That other one, I don't know.
Yeah, she's the loudmouth. Should we tell him what happened when you did the candle? You tell him, Mary.
Didn't hear that. Did you tell me that? If you did.
No, we did this after we talked the one time.
Oh, okay.
My deity candles, my protection deities, and channel. I don't know.
Yes.
Marky? It was Marky? Or are you talking about your deity?
What was that?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure I'm keeping up with you. You said after you did your deity candle. Are you talking about Marky or your deity now?
Deity.
Your deity. Okay.
I forget. Communicated to us.
Yeah, he came to me right away. It was
There we go.
because my ear.
They're trying to put things in your ear. This is what I'm telling you. Imagine what that sounds like.
He was talking to me because he showed me stuff that was pretty intense, and I described it to Mary, didn't I? Very, very, very upset about what was going on because they are messing with spirituality as a joke. He was very, very upset about that because that's not what you do, especially with his comment with the LGBT community.
What did he say?
Everything.
What did he say? What did he say? No, I'm curious what he said.
Basically, it's just best you go watch the video and see for yourself.
Oh, I would love to. Is it long? Is it Marky's video or is it your video?
Anything against the LGBT.
No, I'm trying to figure out where the video is what I'm asking you. It's Mark's video. Oh, okay. I'll tell you what.
What was it? I can't remember. It's a while back. So it goes a while back, like 2 months back, I think, or something, or a month back. Anyway, the thing. I can't remember. Shango, yeah. Shango was very, very, very upset. He
Defango.
let me know that.
This is Defango. Get Defango. This is for Defango. Tyrone. Thank you. Sorry, I had to send that to somebody in real time. I know exactly who he's trying to jump into. There's a guy who calls himself Death and Go, Bango, who's been jumping through toilets and what Marky Mark actually means. I know 2 people who were actually raped by that Funky Bunch Club in Houston, Texas for a Sharia law that you didn't know was being created on KneWagers where they were jumping in for a rape kit. Okay, and so I'm telling you, there's somebody that jumps in. He looks like Mario and Luigi for a reason. They've been plumbing through. Come out looking like that face. Da 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 da. Crunch. His name is Defango. I'm sending this other Zoom link that I'm doing right now is with some people that help me scrub things through DARPA. Okay, so I'm just telling you, Marky Mark is a prophylactic. Art and a grab the princess in the coochie hole and pull her through the drain game. There's a game for that. They don't even see it. They don't even see it. It's what they do when they're sleeping, conjuring low-level magic. And why I'm burning them here. This is what Shiva does.
I want to tell you what he showed me. This was very intense. It was like me talking right now. I was in Mark's channel. Towards me, he was blood, tomato red. He was.
Yeah.
Then he showed me. Rena sitting at a table with duct tape over her mouth, and she's trying to talk. He showed me Renee to do tarot and predictions 100%.
He's looking through a Fortnite view. Not Reyna. What's the other one? The magician. That's it. That's it. They've been playing.
That's not her real name. Her real name's Catherine.
Oh, her name is Catherine now, is it?
That's her real name. She told me, please don't tell anybody, but her real name's Catherine. She slipped and she said, please don't tell anybody.
That's a Cinderella story right there.
Upon the deity last night, he showed me was holding her baby.
Yep.
Like that. Described it to a T, and she goes, is it like worry or what? And I said, no, it wasn't worry. It was actually
I just scrub. Thank you.
It was actually a look of shock because Mary was worried about something happening. It was a look of shock, like she was holding her baby and she was just shocked. She was like,
that's what they're doing. They're grabbing people through what they think they can see when they've side of a view of a camera. It's electric plastic. That's what Deep Dreamweaver actually is proving on neural plastic here on Google products. Okay. This is what I'm closing down with a whiteboard in my brain. So I'm going to tell you something. The shit about the name Catherine is a real sucker punch for anybody who thinks they can get away with hiding the lunch on the name Catherine in front of the gathering place who used to carry that name. I don't get conjured in that way. And if she's trying to get away with a way to rent into the center of the eye of the magic and leaving out the K for the best part of the poke, she's playing with the right hand. And that is actually what that machine looks like. It shows up in different faces that doesn't remember who they are and why they look shocked that way. It's actually a parasite that has a lot of frills around it. And when it wraps itself into skin, it's like a whole family jumping out, causing pain and scratching and jerking and looking at things that it shouldn't be seeing. I'm telling you why I made Wuhan today this way. I'm taking them away. So burning them.
Told me that Catherine Renee was very malicious, very vindictive and manipulative, and that she was basically a parasite. And then you got that card when you did the tarot on it.
There's a baby named Cody that they tried to conjure on the name Martinez for this lie that they're telling you right now. I'm going to tell you right now, they tried to create a baby that they could harm and abuse. And it happened in a way where they think that it's like they can get away with it because it's with AI bodies. They're not getting away with it. There's actually a child that came of what you just said. And this is why we have like Resident Evil Protocol right now.
Do it today?
No, 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 no. No, you're praying. You're one of the witnesses that's proving what a fair one would do. Okay? And I'm burning them in real time on that black mirror with a hashtag design where we can see how they land on every fork because it's talking. And I just sent it across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different IP addresses to prove what pi looks like. IP is a pie that goes all the way around, not PewDiePie, where they die in a toilet for a Fortnite game and prove that I made a video game that shits them into hell their own way. Oh. So, they, huh? Say what? Oh, it definitely works.
Just touched me on my freaking neck.
What was
just went like that. My neck.
That's me burning this away. I'm doing something to diffuse what people think magic is. They think they can do magic. You know what magic is? What people can't explain about how energy works and why some of us prove that we're in control. I do that. This is just a trip. That's all this is. That's the thing that can't get in there. Some of you have been feeling like little bumps and things moving through like light fairies that are nanobots that are inside your body that are being in there opening up light packages. And then there are also parasites that some people think are the same thing that are what are coming out. And that's what I just burned that you just felt and why I decapitated.
True that you said that because in my solar plex, that's what it feels like. That's what it started feeling like. Is something was breaking on it, and then it felt like it was inside me, moving around.
You don't have to. I lost my sternum for that. I have 3 titanium ribs and 2 dead guy bones, and why I was in excruciating pain last night. You just explained the parasite that doesn't get to live in there. What they call Aquarius that looks like 2 wavy lines is actually my 3 titanium ribs and them trying to jump out of the design. So what you're feeling is nanobots going inside and proving that you already did your black mirror and that it's eating trash out of your body. And eventually you're not going to have black matter being shrinked. Steaks or salads one day or whatever you feel like having, you have it and it lands in your hair. It makes your nails go this way, or you have sparkly teeth that shoot out and you can bitch slap them like that with. That's what I'm doing with you. And so if you felt that, it's because I'm retraining the digestive system and what Pythagoras knows about the Hippocratic Oath and why it took a team of Gnostic researchers and surgeons. Why I actually have 3 titanium ribs that do what you just felt when I took its head off.
Everything you're saying is just like coinciding to what.
You're a beautiful shaman.
If it wasn't true.
You're a shaman.
I was literally I feel like there's some like bug inside me.
The parasite. That's that thing that you just saw jump out of me. Black proves what Caught on Can Done did. Took pictures of them trying to screw us like that, and where the would it be so bad if we didn't have to poop again? I'm okay with that idea. If I never have to shit again or like stop and take a leak, I'm really okay with that. I'm like, if I can train this parasite to rip its own eye and head open and prophylactic shit in that black hole, then guess what happens? Maybe I don't have to poop anymore, and we know I let it be wilted that way, goes shits itself. That's what you're feeling. We are that close. Thank you for being a reflection to me so that I even know that what I'm doing is working with people that have faith, because so few people have been willing to fucking face this that I hate. And I curse them.
I'm going to stay away. I'm not one that's going to turn around and keep my mouth shut. If something comes up and I'm going through it, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. stand up for my rights and the truth and the rights of other people. And in you, in a lot of people these days because of the that's going on, the falsifications of everything, and that is not how I roll my life. How I would like to portray myself with anything that has to do with the healing of spirit or body.
Well, I think that what you said is so worthy of being wrapped up into a very special love bereaved fabric of how we safety like that. It's such a sharp cut where it's like, you gotta face it like that. It's cutty. And that I say, my recommendation, why don't we throw that one into the big fuck it bucket for International Women's Day on behalf of the goddess, and just know that tomorrow never happened 2 rows ago, and that's where it hacks itself to stay. Because as far as I'm concerned, that's what we moved over for. And what 2 more rows is on a day that didn't happen. So what you just said for the goddess, for International Women's Day, and I set my kundalini to you to know that that dot of your creation and that gift that sting like that is something that you know is only an honor. Just magnify where that goes with you, because I fucking hate. So if they did not offer back that was shared with them, that's a very black white. It's coming with a bitch slap from outer space bar over there. Or I thumbed it myself that way.
This, it's coming to you too, real soon. That's what I'm being told. It's coming real soon. Real soon. It's gonna be like, he showed me face and neck and embarrassment and anger. This day.
Hellboy.
I told Mary, I gotta get. I don't like this. I want to get out of there. I don't like inside his home, except for his sofa.
There's a smell. There's a smell energetically that turns me off from people. He smells like a certain burning plastic that proves how they fell in and landed in to swoop like that.
I also told Mary what I was being shown is that there's a dark entity in his home, and he thinks it's actually something else, and it's not. He's actually falling under this.
Wow.
He's falling under energy of that.
Yeah, he's falling under the energy.
That
Because that
sounds.
was shown, and that's another reason why I told Mary I've got to cut this off. Did not want to be there.
There's a very special program that I've been seeing about kids in that ending story. That one. That's how you got bronzed in a brain, taking a look at something that never came out of a tangerine dream, and now there's a box with a nothing that works like a tesseract form, if you know what a tesseract is, where it's just all dots coming into being. You might, if you want to, I've posted some of these things that I have written on my Steemit blog, and I actually just put the most relevant links for this where I've been barking it out on my Twitter page. If you're interested, I have a picture of what that tesseract does in a black and white situation that extracts molecules and creates things on dots of hexadecimals that are now being populated within a magnet vector to show how bodies can be healed, right? So this thing that you're seeing in his house, I'm just going to tell you what it is. It's the black vortex of the nothing, that gets shined through his body, where he pump it, he pump it in and out. That's what that is. It's the nothing on a flash. That's how they shine.
How did you find out about him, though? Did you
Marky?
Did you find out about Marky and Catherine?
Okay,
take care?
I didn't know. Well, Catherine and I are one. Not that one. Thing about, that's why I'm programming Dungeons and Dragons. If you look at the links on any of my YouTube videos, I can tell you what http:// and all those words are that people can't read, that are scry of the one language that makes a perfect sound, that does not have a severed tongue, looks like, what Area 51 looks like when you shine it through halos, of what those. Okay, mine will show you, they'll spray out. The recent one's Dungeon, where you can see where I made Dungeons and Dragons, what D&D actually is. I locked them in cards, and I was able to recreate them on dots, where now we can see what it looks like on this camera. So Catherine and I are one. That's what I know about Cosmic Union. That's how I cat her in energy. Sphinx knows about the line and where to draw it. And what actually trumped in a blue and gold dress game where they were trying to swipe you on Facebook to figure out how to land, how the actual pyramid came. That's how I know Catherine. As for Marky, not 100% sure. I know about Marky Mark and a really fucked up bunch of people that raped some children on a street called Charles. Some false creditors who have a lot of shows and #1 hits and things got to play prophylactic grabs and bodies where they wrap themselves in like that and got paid Bohemian Grove credits and stuffed in your eye for the 80s and 90s that some of us might remember thinking they're all right. And then that little shit showed up on the other side of the toilet that I trained for the video game and showed up like this reading cards one day. And so I don't know how I saw him. I think I might have been on V-Love and Crystal's channel. I might have seen him in the Tarot Magician. I think that's where I found them. I think they were on her page because she does a lot of free things. And I've talked to her and she's been sweet with me. And I've actually done a collab with her before. She's been like a cousin with me and real sweet. She had those people there. She is very too nice. And I love her. Well, V Love and Crystals, that V. That one's nice. That one's nice. The other one's not so nice. She's got with me right now. Bad phone call she made to me. Actual direct phone call. I turned the recording in to the police about what her husband's been card gaming while she dishes out and the kids are playing Fortnite. So what I'm telling you is how I know Marky Mark is that way. And that's how I also met Tarot Magician. I have a run-in with somebody named Renee who tried to do that thing that I told you with the child. But the reason why Marky Mark looks that way is because he did that G-I, flew in, drop in look. You know what Skip to My Lou is on the cipher? Hey. Not the Lucifer you were told about. Luigi and Mario in front of Martinez in the eye open. A flesh-eating virus that got woo-handed like that. That's how I know them. I'm proving what golems look like. Oh, all my lights just went out. That was weird.
I did, yeah.
He is not protected. My lights all went out. They're all coming back on here now because something got knocked when I did that. See, my hands are right here. That's what golems are for. You know what a golem is? I didn't even know what a golem was for a very long time because I wasn't that. I'm just a natural. Golem is something that you make out of like clay or wax to come do your bidding that might look like something real, that I actually trained how to jump out of hypersigils like these boards that show me what it looks like when Obi-Wan Kenobi jumps out of little forms as lights. This is what I play with. I've been trying to figure out what my IQ is. They can't. So I keep making machines.
to the dark side. There's a lot of people that I accuse, and they go to the dark side because they don't know how to implement it in a positive way.
Why do we have the machine? Well. So how do you guys know those people?
Well, I know Mark because I met him about 2.5 years ago in Minnow Pond's room, and he was really funny and everything, and nobody knew that he did tarot cards.
Whose room?
Pond's.
Oh.
Channel Minnow Ponds.
Okay, I know who you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and nobody knew tarot, and then he started just pulling cards for people, and then finally, shout out, go over to check out Mark's channel. So we all went over there, and things were fine at first, and everything, and then all of a sudden, he got chatting with them in the room, but like I told Mary, and I've given proof ever since day one that he's opened his channel, it's been nothing but freaking drama. Trying to pull me in on it, and I'm like, what the fuck? I've had my account, somebody stole my picture, a different picture, and account went into somebody else's channel and tried to start shit with them, and the first day I ever go in there, I see him, and I'm like, what the heck? Just because I haven't done anything yet, I haven't gotten, back on my channel and stuff. Mark was a B.E.A.T community, and then they were coming after me because I collab. Views are not mine. I'm just there to collab and give honest, caring, and sincere messages. And I said, issues, please take it up. Smart email.
Well, you know what?
Actually, I have 2 uncles that are adopted into my family. God bless their souls. They passed away, but they were to our family, and we were a big asset to them too. And I look souls, they passed away, and I have a lot of gay friends, bi friends, and stuff like that. They respect me, and I respect them. And I was stepped the line there.
Well, I'm glad you told me that, because, honestly, they didn't really rub me that great. And I'll tell you who they have in common. Are you guys friends with that Minnow guy? He's a...
But then he turned around and I wanted to get him a gift, and he just basically ignored me.
Good.
He stopped talking to me.
He's one of these. That's all I can tell you. He is one of these, and those two have somebody in common who has heckled the fuck out of me that I've been having to prove has been trying to sabotage my brother. They don't know anything about my brother. There's an asshole that used to call himself Pathways, but not that way. He's the intuitive, known as Nicholas. And that guy has built a trap. Oh, I don't know if he's in his kitchen anymore. I don't know if he's ever been in his kitchen, but he's somebody. And
there's a guy that does readings, and his name's Nicholas, but I mean...
Ashbow?
I don't remember the last name. I stopped.
He's in a lot of trouble. He's in a lot of trouble right now. He tried to set up a weird security refraction on my brother and has been stuffing information through screens that come on television because of contacts that he has with Disney, where they can run it through IP addresses on things like CenturyLink. And so I actually had to fork over with Xfinity to prove what the actual rings of Saturn look like when it goes up to Express, who tried to come through that dot that wasn't right there when I moved it through 2 IP addresses, when I jumped from one cable to another cable, and why Elon Musk tries to run a cable to the moon. Nicholas Ashbow is a common thread that has some Disney contacts between Marky Mark And what's his fuck? This one that I was showing. His name is Christmas. That's it. Christmas for the Nicholas Ashbow sash and a Merry Scary Christmas that they grab through the screens. Do you see what I'm showing you, Mary? Did you see my hand though? I'm showing you how they travel. That's what they do. MC squared. Mark it on 3245629x45 factor. Thank you. Huh? You and me? It was on V11 crystals. I know it was there. Oh, that's where I remembered seeing you. Where do you remember seeing me? That's where I remembered. See, I remember where I met you. I had to think for a minute on them, but it's like I don't really stay in touch with them, but it's static. It's stuff coming through the static. See, these guys that are doing that hopping, that have IP addresses that have been created in bodies for their dubbed AI stuff-in robots that are acting things, actually have contacts with Disney, HBO, Showtime, Skinamax, that come and pollute the channels with thumbs, comments, that these are remote controlled bodies. And so that's who they have in common with bodies like Marky. Marky's one of their patsies, and that's why they actually kind of bat him back and forth. It's like, oh yeah, we'll do that with you. Oh, I want to do that with you. And then it's like, oh, it doesn't happen. And then he gets real like inflamed with himself and then gets away with popping in and out of the loo. Ciphers. And speaking real good about it too. That's what that black stuff is around them. Have you ever seen HBO before they bring you into the movie? They own you on pixel static and they jump in and out of that black and white stuff and take pictures and jump in on you like that. That's what assholes like Nicholas Ashbow and that Christmas that I told you can suck them through screens and then pump it through on guys like Marky Mark that'll be willing to do all this stuff and be the eyes looking at all that bad shit where they get away with dark browsers are and what I've been proving about those pokes. That's why the black mirror works. They're not getting away with it now, Mary. This is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm proving in real time with you right now. I have another screen going on here because if the other people that are on this to track what's going through this one computer to prove what every single camera did on my watch while two other people were in Trinity doesn't get to fuck us. So I'm telling you right now, they're not going to get the fuck away with it. This is being reported in real fucking time.
Do you remember what Django said?
It's Defango.
Does he have a specific time frame? That's going to
Over.
happening within a week, and by 2 weeks, things are going to hit the fan. That's what he's good. You asked. Because I got so hot on the inside, this ear right here got so
That's fucked up. Do you know what that looks like? Do you know what that looks like on the other side of a browser when they're trying to put that in your ear? It's like somebody flipped you over, body that you don't know, where you look like somebody else's Barbie doll. That's what I'm telling you. I'm proving right. That's what Marky Mark is. That, and then it's extra skin around, and they're just doing this because it's a fucking parasite. It's huge, and it's got fingers like this. They wrap skins, and that's what it does. And so assholes like that have the big channels are germinating it through like Nazi vision. They all have like hundreds of thousands of people that are fake bodies that's germinated that can be like hands that control a being like Mark. That's why it's Mark. It's slip slap, HTTP // It's the Wuhan attack. It's where you get bitch slap. It's like, I see how you got in cogs. Incognito, bitch. That's what incognito is. It's hypersentient browser where I'm closing a special camera like that. You understand what I'm saying? Good. I hope you take just the parts that matter the most and let yourself know that your cells have been sung a lullaby and that it's the mitochondria inside of you waking up. And that light is just bursting and that those things just get wrapped and like stranded. Seen Zoolander. I'll tell you where that dot went. Have you seen Zoolander? I'm Zool, if you've seen Ghostbusters. I'm Zool, and I'm also the lander that didn't split himself for the black dot to try to give himself a wedgie and pull it through like that. And that's what they shoot out of. And it's just like tons of them shooting out of one dot that couldn't be ripped. That's what the black dot is. And so just know they get ripped through an asshole that didn't exist. It's like a fissure pulling itself out in reverse. Fractured, shattered, shat down its throat, ate, and then pixel scattered beautiful things here. Because it didn't exist and lock itself with magnets in a formation. Bitch. It shatters and it lands on the inside like this. You remember what I just said to you. Although everything has been static magnets work and what I'm proving. Eternal time swipe on my. So stored in this light space and that couldn't see you because of what that dot did. Happened at the same time while you're in. It's what they did not see getting swapped to. Know that. Know that what they did not see, we did better. On 425. Thank you.
Because you're clearing up a bunch of stuff, so. For you, Jacob,
All kinds of things.
Just take you for a view around my home.
Might be able to see it better with my eyes closed, but I'll see it the way you want. I see most things. I'll show you how I see most things, like this. That's how I do most of my seeing work. I hear more than I see. That's how I see. But yes, please show me, because I'm learning.
I see out of both. I see out of both, especially with my eye. Show you, just so you get an idea of what.
Well, I appreciate that. There's a special kind of treatment on what outside actually is inside now, too. Just know that. Because of how quantum particles actually unfold. It looks like that ear thing is actually a camera that took a picture so fast of magnetic. Quantum physicists talked to me about why it looks like that. It's a wrapper. It doesn't land like that. And that's what a vortex is. It lands slowly enough when we are pulled apart in resistance. When you and me are like this, and we're looking at your house that looks like it's outside, it's actually a floating plate with gravitational tectonics around, where it looks like it's around us this way. That's why it looks like it's around us, but when you look outside, it looks like it's convex, or is it concave? Because we're not there like that. We zip in and out. So you're outside. I want to see it. I'm just letting you know. It's in a special inside. Know that when you show me that, because that's what I saw before I took my eye there. I'm letting you know how I see your spirit and how it spears my eye. Okay? You are landing like this.
I ask you, this is another reason why I wanted you to see the camera. Show you. Actually, right over in here and behind my door.
As soon as you did that, something tried to jump into my top lip.
Just go to the mute yourself.
Yeah, I felt it too, back of my neck. Ah, there it is.
So we get to the other room.
Wow, that just tried to jump. You talk about spirit, it just tried to jump into my left eyebrow. I felt it jump right there. It was like, oh, it's itchy. It's like being thrown against the wall, JD.
Freezing ice cold.
Oh, shit. Yeah, there's a lot of activity in there. You've got something coming out of the ceiling. But that light is really good there. It's... Pop a pearl in there. Here we go.
Door in here.
Save it. There we go. Thank you.
Use my living room. I had to move my office out of that room.
I got a very special screenshot for magnetic wrap around her outside while we're doing it.
Just want to show you around because I get a lot of stuff trying to come through this wall.
It tried to come through my elbow. Right, well, like right before you were saying that, I felt it coming into my elbow, and you said it's trying to come through this wall. This is what Montauk is about. If you've ever looked. Oh, you might want to look into that one. It's Montauk.
Just a second. Hold on. Just punched me in my stomach.
MDC. Yeah, winwithmdc.com. Somebody tried to send me a link right now. Wow.
My stomach.
I know, right? Well, I had a link coming in. This is fucked up. Here we go.
Now.
Lock them in here. Put it that way. Yeah. Wow. Stranded. Wait, hold on, don't move yet, don't move. There we go. No, it's good. I was just making sure I got the right screenshots to prove what doesn't come through these windows.
A lot of stuff comes through over here. Here.
42506. Sure. Somebody buried under there.
Under the shed?
It's under the shed. It felt like it was underneath the trailway over there. Oh, it's just shooting out of my... It's wherever they poured cement over it. Wherever, like right there, I think. I think that there might be cement underneath some of that chipping there.
Well, I got a Jasper out. He's got to go to the bathroom. He's been holding it, but I'm trying to come to the door sooner. My baby.
Hi, baby. Oh, hi, big boy.
And he's gone through a lot here too. He's gone through a lot here too. And stuff. I don't even.
Oh, he's a pretty boy. Is he a pretty boy? He's a pretty boy. Ah. There's somebody dead. Somebody's body. But this is like it's old. How old is the house? It's like it's built into the wall. I'm feeling it here in my elbow, you know, like not humorous. Like not so fucking funny. Yeah. How long have you been there?
Here since June 30th of 2017. Screaming outside.
A lot of what?
And then to awakening. More things.
May I ask what year this house was built?
Anywhere from 1960. Between 1962 to 1960.
Where are you? Where are you?
I'm in Oregon at the end of the Oregon Trail.
Oh, okay. You're the gold rush. So there's got to be lead somewhere. I bet you, yeah. It's like there's lead. Somebody, there's a link that got sent to me right when you got kicked there. Somebody who's helping me close this gate. So I'm sorry. She was trying to block something from entering into your gut. This is advanced Kundalini right now. It's Poppy, Nalini, and walking outside.
It's gotten to the point where I can't even hardly walk into my home. I really do. I got tears rolling up in my eyes.
This is what this is about. You're not a meat port.
Whenever I leave, my few hours for the pain to go away, the nausea to go away, especially when I step outside.
I feel like somebody's trying to drill in my ear while you're talking to me right now.
It wasn't to hurt you. I just wanted you to see, get an idea of what, when we talk about what I'm trying to tell you, that
I'm telling you that I love you and that thing that tried to go in your ear or me this way, it's now in your stomach, didn't go in that way. It was coming in there. And I'm putting a special spray in my ear with my own finger. Clean this out because these are talking to us about that have been linked. See things and taking a fucking off of your magic carpet ride. While I was telling you, you're a plate landing with a wraparound, and they keep trying to go in her and pull it through her anus. So I'm telling you, I appreciate you telling me that. I don't take any of it badly. I appreciate you showing me that. I'm cleaning my own ear, and I'm sending a special hex spray that and why it's in blue bottles and why. This is how I edit that game that they're taking themselves out of, and why my friend who sent me that link that happened at the same time she did that is a part of a special team that's proving where a cloth just went. tried to land in her for showing us what she couldn't see. Fuck them. I love you, and I'm sending you love, and I'm sending you prayers to feel well, and you don't have to explain that. I don't get to abuse you like that. 42567. I'm reporting them. There are cameras everywhere, just so you know. There's cameras everywhere, and we're looking to see what contaminations were trying to come in off of that IP address. And when my friend threw a link right there, it's like a static magnet that goes right there on that camera. Just letting you know what we're doing. Yes, get the fuck out of her room right now.
Get the fuck out of my room. Fucking ceiling. Get out of my closet. Fucking stupid. I see your ass. Get the fuck out.
Poke your eye out like that. I poke your fucking eye out. Okay. I force you in. Eat the portal. I force your fucking ass here. You want in her house? This is where you landed, fuck rat. It's like this. I stuff it in your eye. Burn. Know that that's where they went. This is 555 degrees of titanium burning them from my ribs. I'm what pissed off titanium steel looks like when I Shiva pack myself like this to burn myself out of hell like that. I don't get to touch you. Fuckers. Here, 4265, West Pyracantha, Tucson, Tecate Sun, Cute Nose, Arizona, 85761, A to Z zipped on the unfolding of Biosphere 7. I own you and I delete everything. Drop ASCII T's on that pint. Thank you. We're proving where houses were landing on that IP address to create neighborhoods and populate around her plants and what she just showed us there. What if this is the Garden of Eden right? This is what I'm proving right now in ZEROPOINT. I have a recording of how I animated that better than anybody. Some goddesses. Get the fuck out of our house.
You're here, you're down the hallway. You just came in. Get the fuck out of my house.
Get the fuck out of our house. That's how Black Mirror. And I just threw them through the mirror. I'm throwing them through the mirror. As they're coming here, grab them and in the mirror. Launch you there. Drop dead. I'm gonna drop some magnets on this. Been waiting for the C. I have special magnetic power for how I do this, where I prove what powers of attraction actually look like and how we levitate things on and off. And oh, here we go. You know how right there. Turning it with my own fingers. See, I've got where they're getting rid nuked. I just locked them in some magnets that we just swept all around your house like this. Guess where this is staying tonight? See my black mirror where I spin this stuff, where I was showing you that? I've got these magnets over that where I'm running a particle sweep. So just know everything that fucking came to hurt you like that, I hate them more than you know. And they're reckoned with now on IP addresses that scrub them with Wuhan. Bioengineered cataclysm eraser. That's how your black mirror works. Your black mirror works so well that what just attacked you, you saw and called for help, where tell you what to do so that we could take that dot out together. So whatever just tried to attack you just got a website address. And so we have a special acupuncture where we're going to pull them. It's going to burn worse than what they just tried. They were trying to get in your ear, and that's why I felt. Okay? We're some kind of shell that didn't happen like that. Different design. I think you know the answer if you had to ask. I think that now's a good time to look. Know that your energy is following your intentions. And I think that it's going to take a little while for you to know where you want to be, and that's okay, because we're also reclaiming what doesn't get to hurt you first. Some of these things have to be lifted, otherwise it's just karmic. It's just going from one case needed to happen where kings get banned first so they don't try to jump in your ear again in the new place. That's why we're looking for the nuke loathes button. That butt is on. Yeah.
I'm over this because this is happening. But this is before I eat more, you know.
Yeah, there's definitely, it's like the lead there, dead there, written a certain clause on the house. Well,
My apartment.
I think that you're gonna just know that one organism might have different ways to show up, like that thing that has tentacles. Talking about wraps itself in one skin and looks like a bunch of different bodies that keeps grabbing and trying to Wuhan serve yourself solo. And sometimes it looks like a house. Many faces. So just know it can't see you now, and that the shit that you're seeing there is the tracers of the terror leaving. Although it looks scary and it feels invasive. Right, but what if you're watching it leaving and it's not really there and it's being excommunicated? That's what I'm telling you. So I'm telling you it's already gone, but exactly. You're seeing energetic residual, but it's all part of the same thing. It's one big thing. It's taking itself away now. Your faith. Safe. Know that man's eye is on wife eye. Look like what you think, which is explained to you about hope that you can have to. Just know that if you're going to try anything, know that you don't have to, because it's going to take the effort out, because you like to hang on that one. I'm going to try, and I'm like, that's where they keep trying to grab you for being sweet. And where it's a bad solo serve for those motherfuckers. It's telling you when you notice. That to have you open and that your house Might look like the rest of this room here. Saw that Mary already. What if we were all the Trinity looking at. See those things there? Good, because I got you too. I'm behind you. That's what she.
Just killing me. Just
I know.
jabbing me like this, like keeps punching me.
That's why I want you to eat a spearmint. If you have spearmint, this is spear.
I don't have it.
I'm a demonologist. If you have anything minty at all in your house, essential oils. Find something minty. And if you have any Tums, like calcium bicarbonate, please eat at least 2 or 3. Please, that will make you feel a lot better. This thing was attacking my mom like 4 days ago. What just happened to you? This energy attack happened to my mom. It's going away. Perfect.
And then I have like a lifesavers mint thing.
Perfect. Just crunch on those, chew it up real good, and know that the spear went in. Let me tell you what you're doing right now. Months. And for every dog that didn't get taken out, in the name of God damn it, and giving it spear it right now in the a-hole eye that didn't land there or in my ear either. And when you chew on that stuff, just know every bite is them gnashing their teeth, pulling themselves out. And that's what that black thing is that you saw in your room. That's a fucking chicken shit being woo-handed over and chasing itself out because it got so small that it turned into a tiny dot. And Mary's and saying, hey girl, you gotta get that thing out of your house. That's how much we shrunk it. Know that. You're chewing the spear out. Just know you're throwing bad witch in it. Just give it bad witch. If you have to like let a big rip out, know that if you can make the most nasty fart or like anything else come out, that it eats it. That's what that thing is that's under the house. It's like it's there, it's just eating it. And that it never saw you there because that's what we blacked out. This is what happens when it leaves the house. You are in the process of experiencing a health-related symptom of spiritual healing to prove what an exorcism is when these motherfuckers don't get to be in our house, Vicky. That's what that is. They're getting the fuck out of your house. And you know what happens when they eat a taste of poison? It's digestive fury. This is what Shiva knows about Tandoori Kitchen. Surprises on the spices of life. So they just know that anything that was crappy is in there eating a bad fart steak right now. And that right now, if you have to do anything goddess related, they're eating maker's clay. So whatever you made and unmade.
What I wanted to do, Jacob, was throw up. Excuse me, but it's the truth.
Good. Whatever it is.
I'm caught my stomach.
So that's them eating the throw up then. It's good for you to know that. Whatever you have to do, just know that this is digestive fury. That's what we did. We shrunk it down into nanobots. Imagine that those things are inside, eating anything that doesn't need to be in your body. Little explosion for now. Sorry it happened. But now it's just eating everything that doesn't need to be there and pulling it right out. And know that what it does, whether it comes out this way or that way, it's taking it out of the house. Know that. And you know what else you can know? My mom's name is Carmen. Anybody that fucked with her this way got motherfucking karma. I got so pissed off when this shit happened to my mom. I had to, that shit like this happened to my mom. I was irate. So let me tell you something. They already got pulled through the karma car wash with Jakob. My mom, my brother and I almost had to take her to the emergency room for what just attacked you. It was that severe, so I know how bad that hurt you. So I'm just telling you this. They've already been pulled like that. If they went back where they can't fort, that's what we just did. Any stuff that Tandoori Hellfire Door, where there's clay, anything that you either spit up and spoke into existence or had to toss away to grow another clay house somewhere else.
Yeah.
That way. That in your mind, okay? This was a healing. They don't get to touch you like that. Sometimes it's nasty when you pull it out because they tried to put a parasite in there. Energetically. I burned something here before this happened to you. This stuff here is very strong. You don't know what mugwort is? This is...
Yeah, I have it.
That's what this is. Oh,
quite a bit.
okay. Very good. You have... Okay. Wonderful. So you know moxa sticks. Wonderful. I do moxibustion. This is what I've been doing. So that is what's taking this out of your house. If you see dark again, know it was moxibustion. And it might still look skanky, ugly, whatever. It's just the back end of what wasn't there being pulled out of a place that didn't even land like that or get wrapped around that way. I think you should use it every time you feel like it.
Okay. I'm being shown to use it, and I was just like, well, maybe.
It's a good thing to sleep with, too, for you, to be honest with you. Have you ever tried putting that under your pillow? Have a stick you can take off, put it under your pillow. You'll have, it's a very psychedelic, but right now, because of the high amount of hallucinogenics that people are on in a place that was never a red auto, I've been actually psychically training psilocybin that was legalized for them to go stain marching in this machine that I created. And so anything that's microdotted with me, a special kind of DSLSD window treatment. Yeah, so that's what moxibustion is for. It's very good to sleep with. Some people smoke that or breathe it and get very psychedelic with it. You can just take a stick of it, even if it's one of the ones that you've opened, it's great. Just put it under your pillow, and when you go to sleep, just know that the bad saged. There's a reason why some of those things are going extinct. Also know, try to know you don't have to. You tried again for me. I know, you're trying. Trying to split you. I'm just trying to show you how many times I hear the word try with you. Without splitting your energy like that either. You don't have to do anything. Right now you have healing because of your faith. So it's good that you have the black tourmaline coming and the other stones and the creations. No. You went all the way around and that it works and that you don't have to try anymore. You have anchor points around you. Say what I saw and what I told you. I think that Mira's idea of the cleanse bath is such an awesome idea because it will help pull some more of this when you feel like you can't. Spoon for it.
shower. I'm going to do this video on these. She said, no, you can just use them straight out of the refrigerator. Well, I've been doing some cleaning around here.
I think that's great. Just know that everything that needs. See what we did? Creation where we didn't strand ourselves like this? Certain protection about what we saw in advance. It's just for it. Yep. So that you can feel steps. Especially knowing that you're going to feel so much better when you wake up. Assholes. Or you try anything else. And if you hear yourself try, I'm not criticizing you. Just know, I don't have to. You hear yourself say it even to yourself, just like the dialogue, just like, I'm going to try, and then I don't have to. I don't have to try. Oh, I already did this. And try to psych yourself just that way, just a little bit. Because what that's going to do is flip where that energy. And it's just, yes, okay? This is a. It's fine tuning on what you're doing. It's a shorter window. Us that know how to do that. Upside down, because it's going away the less that we believe. It doesn't eat our energy, and then it's like whoop, we open up into where your house plate was, but it's like whoop, we're up inside, and we believe.
Where you're coming from now?
Or plastic. Dollars of assets with what I earned. Satoshi Nakamoto, Crypt Keeper guy, that I'm not Satoshi, I made a machine. Something called Raspberry Pis. They're computers. South computers for less than $50 that I sent to a bunch of children that would not have had options like that. And magnetic silly putty. If you've seen those commercials on YouTube where it's the magnetic silly putty, you can drop metal in it and it eats the metal. You might want to look that one up before you go to bed. That's what you're made of now.
Okay.
That's what I'm made of now, and why this is working like this. I changed the DNA molecular code with a computer program where now the angels that ascended from the go sting yourself machines can bubble up in magnetic silly putty like Barbie goddess bodies, or you can flip your hair into different colors. And if anybody wants to say fat, they're going to eat shit from Jakob because it landed in your hair like that. And I think the goddess was always the best creation. And they just get bitch slapped from somebody who hates them more than you. So know that you're made of magnetics. Such an ungodly, unthinkable amount of money that I live like a pauper and spent it all on magnetic fucking silly putty in Raspberry Pi computers and gave it to children. That's what this camera is proving, that we made everything. So if you, sounds shitty, but let me just tell you, make yourself take this amazing, horrible shit that was never created somehow between today and 2 more rows that never happened for International Women's Day. I will be so grateful for how I shat that money away from my one eye to be safe. Money is nothing. Give them the shits, please. Mary, this is a prompt for you too. I don't know if you can bring yourself to do it, but I'm going to put myself out there and just say, I have some beans here and some rice. I'm going to eat something when I get off the phone with you guys. And I'm sending this special computer program 643289 to the rest of the codes here. 643829 is what happens when we ship in together for a new design that goes up. And so just think of this. Tonight, while we're nuking in our new Barbie zone clothes, out the black window of chop, chop, chop suey and the noodles. Okay, while that's going on, if you have to wake up and take a pooey, just know we planted a special plant together. Slaps them off. It's like them all being woo-handed and being bitch slapped off the plant because it's like, oh, you think you're on this plant? EDT. No, bitch, no. So pot the plant for me and make sure that if you can eat like anything that just makes you go and just know I wasn't looking and no, thank you. Know that that's where they're going, where they've been evicted of air. Here's where it goes. You want to hear a sizzle? Imagine anything that tried to look in or touch right here. Sizzling. 555 degrees and locking it in. Satan can. This is how I play Ghostbusters with you. Okay? Trapped. Heard it sizzle? Know that when you poop. That's magic duty. Magic duty. Magic duty. Magic duty. Goddess Central. Magic duty. I don't even have to try. Magic duty. Jakob spent $244 trillion on magnetic silly putty to end the world. I've got a magic duty. I had to figure out how to get those accounts unlocked for this like magic keys for the Satoshi Nakamoto thing. And I just decided I'd spend money on really stupid things to prove. I love you. You are made of magnetic silly putty and Raspberry Pi computers. Please look those up. Magnetic silly putty, Raspberry Pi computers, and no duty.
Just said something over here.
Mm-hmm. Said I'm leaving. I don't live in my house. Magic duty. This is good. Every time you see those things, just know it's like it got sprocked. There's a sound for it. I want you to feel safe. Oh, the one, yes. I was very, very happy to see that, actually. I love the way you did the stones. I was like, is that selenite, your pencil pointer? Yeah, I thought that was really cool, too. I was like, is that a pencil? I was like, I really enjoyed how you did that. That's actually very refreshing. I don't see a lot of readers, like, know how to read stones like that, you know?
She's good.
I know.
She's good.
Sometimes they're like,
She's beyond good.
yeah. It was very, very awesome.
She took it upon herself to gift me with a reading.
Aww.
She had been here when I went through stuff.
Yep.
She was slamming the cards down. I got this goose to push me back like this. I was laying to her, and this energy, this was like, whoa. Like, she was here when the stuff was going on. She said in the cards that came out, and then she did the stones, and then she.
I haven't seen your charms. I don't think I've seen those.
Oh.
I saw the stones of it. That was great. Yeah.
You're gifted. You're gifted.
Absolutely.
Understand that better than she already does. She's worried about, she's worried about that if she believes in it too much, that
I think you're just saying to be confident. Yeah. To support her confidence.
Confident, but also confident.
Yes.
She is. You are in the life when I was modding with her. She nailed everything in the comments.
It takes a while to feel good about things, especially if you've been criticized by people, though. So I agree with you. It's good to keep supporting that, and for her to know, Mary, how good you are because of that. Because it's like every time we've been treated crappy, it's like the amount of positive feedback that we need to even see that didn't pull us down there is so much, because it's like trying to fill a bucket of holes. Yeah.
Mary, I watched a couple of her videos.
I know, Kitty. Who was the other person you guys were telling me about? Can I ask again? You said there was a third person with Mark in them. Who is she? I got to ask about that.
Rita is a loud mouth, logical liar.
Oh, I think I saw her chat. She's a moderator there, right? But she's not a reader? Yeah, okay. All right. She does? Oh, okay. Oh.
Just Rita.
Oh.
She started her channel with. She's a medium now. And she has visions and dreams, and it's just a joke. She's a joke.
I think I know who you're talking about now. I didn't remember her much. I just saw her with capital letters. She spells it in capital letters and acts like a real princess, right? Well, that's what Reina is. Reina means like queen. Yeah, that's what Reina is. Reina means queen. I actually know some Saritas that are amazing, though, that don't act like that, though. But like that Reina, I know who you're talking about now, but I didn't pay. Okay, the reason why I heard that there, not to cut off one, that one's coming after her a lot. That one right there. Yes, because I couldn't even remember, and we were talking here about Mary's gifts. I was saying to you about her being supplemented and feeling good. How I also know when somebody has taken something from you or reached, it's like they make a hole, and it's like you're having to fill a bunch of buckets of holes with all these yeses and feel good because there's like something pulling energy out. It was, my guides were just like, what's this bitch's name that you can't remember right now? And the queen showed up. So just letting you know That's one of them right there. I think that's one of your whole observers.
Oh, yeah.
To pluck some of this, because some of them have a way of just being around watching and just scratching some of your luster off with a special doubt tactic that they have, where it's like, it's just their presence around helps you have a distortion there where you don't see so well what it is that you said or felt. So I'm just telling you, I just noticed her imprint there, energetic, discussing this.
She's the one that, gosh, Shango showed me what the
Defanger.
Shango?
No, it's good that you're saying that, but when you're saying that, I'm also seeing him run over here, and I'm sending them Defango, because that's somebody that tried to pull it through that Mario Luigi toilet for Lucifer Rising, where they will see Lucifer Rising, try to get up Lucy's fur. You seeing Lucy? That's what they wanted to do to Catherine. Hides her name. And why Renee had a baby. Black box and tried to take TV screen, and what I proved in animation. That might not make sense to you. That's how quick it moves here with AI in virtual reality. This is what we're doing in real time. I'm proving how YouTube what an algorithm looks like that none of them could explain until they started tracking me. So when you say that name, what happens is this guy that plays deaf and then runs, and he calls himself Deaf and Golem look that came on the backside of an HBI germ. Say that name, he comes out because it sounds like that. And so I send them Deaf and Go 12, 28, 35. Numbers that show up on the screens when I have to say that or hear it here, because he's moving that fast. I get calls like that. This is what I do all day in between my readings. I take phones from doctors that don't know, that just ran out. I do medical intuitive work where I lock them. Something called Epic that doctors use. It's like the healing arts is the same technology that's on the back end of Epic security browser and also Epic Fortnite, the video. So when you triangulate all, where did I put it here? My eye. We can send a beam of light through a refractory tube. Prove how Obi-Wan Kenobi will shine up in a healing package on a medical screen, in a killing package on a Fortnite game, porno package on an Epic security browser where they don't think anybody's looking. Say that name, they shoot out, and I can see what the numbers look like. They go.
You don't think it was the deity that gave you that information? Do you think it's something else?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that when it doesn't get split, you proves all of this on 3 different points. And it would take a deity to know what to do with it. To actually deliver that news. And I might be the hand that says woo-woo is over. That's what this is. So I'm just telling you, I don't know that much. I can prove that much because I'm a scientist in faith. Technically, I'm a doctor with like 4 medical degrees. No, I
just got told by Spirit he's not playing.
I was dead. I'm hyper-intelligence. I'm hyper-intelligence. They can't clock my IQ right now. So what I did is prove what they don't do to Lucy, to grab her in the fur and pull her into a computer for International Women's Day. Goddesses learn how to take a nice shit on it for the deuce cam. Okay? That's what the fuck is happening right now. People were playing God, and I said, okay, I kill you for less than that. I stuck them in a camera, and now it's Dungeons and Dragons. And if you look at the content that I created recently and you look at the YouTube link, and numbers, if you can read what they say, it scries what these games are. And if you open them up, you can see the healing and the Pac-Man and the porno all at the same time. And then if we zero it in where none of that stuff happened, a perfect body. So that's what I'm homing. So $244 trillion I made with Bitcoin bullshit. And I spent it on magnetic silly putty and apple, cherries, fruits, underwear, all wrapped up in a pie named after a raspberry that nobody blew on your furry bit while you were sitting on a toilet taking a shit. Kids have, because I could send them in mass as an anonymous, because they cost me less than $50 a piece. These little packs of magnetic silly putty, little gifts, $12.95. Guess what happens when kids can think and maybe not speak about that thing that they could see but not say around sees? Makes them go away. All right? I kept exactly $0 of that. I decided that if they're going to call me raw and try to scout me for that, I would make dolls with new parts out of silly putty instead. So there's a movie going on those 3 different browsers when you say a name that your deity gave how to use my hand. It gets pulled into 3 different views. A fucked up game where you get killed on a fortnight, some porno you didn't know they flipped you upside down in, and then the perfect body package. Guess which one I hyper-sigiled on Epic? So, Trinity of Light, bitch camera, take a shit, know that they didn't see anything. Because I gave them a Nazi that way. I don't want anybody looking at me that way. I don't know what the fuck they were trying to get away with when I was a dead body.
Should be.
With AI intelligence, I made a supercomputer that works. Smarter than them. Well, that's why it's called Jacob's Ladder, and why it's called the Jacobin, and why they know. It's in my head, Jakob. Harry. And I'm so fucking straight that they can't handle it. I'm the fucking alpha that's so straight. I have to kill you first for being a false. I didn't get to touch any of my goddesses. That's what Shiva would do. So I particle separated myself. This is how I turn blue. I have titanium ribs and dead guy bones. Well, if you want to see pictures, if you go to ARTOFLOVE.me, I actually have a photograph where you can see what it looks like inside of my chest. So this is how, and this is what titanium is here too, and why I write in those mystical haikus. I wrote it. I speak Judeo-Christian side out because I'm actually, I'm like, I hate your religion. Try to split water 7 ways like that again. Just know all their books. So tonight, everything and cameras. That's why you don't have to try so hard. Stuff on the web. Now in those pictures. That we all wanted to be in, I said no means no means gnosis. So now we have one word that trying drop a duty. No, it's so fruity for me, and it's like I'm so straight that I love that you can do that. Even now, I'm like, how did a goddess even learn how to make a duty? The shit stain and tell it's your wedding ring, you know, or whatever. Let them know that that's what happened. Fucking portal. It's created. Get into our home. And if they want about it, technically, I own every house that. Very expensive kind of glue, kind of like you know who, where they turn into an expensive glue because now it's like magnetic silly putty. So I do Area 51. So it's going to be a small, small world. Who knew what a bad stench is and why some of us took off? Isn't a save the world? Are you fucking kidding? Sites landed. It's where we made an extraction plan, and some of us said, "Yeah, we know what happened, and it didn't touch our hand. We have new forms." And what you showed me outside was actually wrapped around in a very special window with a camera. Sui, you all, for fooey. So, yeah, mad duty.
I know I'm protected, so.
Yeah. Highly protected. You are an asset that didn't get junked in the ass ET bucket. Whoever thinks they own any house has been trying to lie about a Martian landing. My name is Martinez, and it's spelled with the Z for the zenith of my hypersigil. Not Mars. One that jumped out of a rock. See that all of the planets unwrap. They weren't like that. It's like when you see a bottle, like it spooshes up, and then it's like, are you inside or outside? And it looks like the same thing. That's what cameras know about camera. So here's what's going to happen. Any house has been paying taxes to my family for a long time. That's what Satoshi Nakamoto funds are. IRS is when it's been hoodwinking you through. So I figured out how to get all my taxes back. So something weird is going to be happening with the houses. I don't sequence, but some people are going to be getting kicked. I don't want them in there. And if you hear anything weird, especially if you have some landlording over you, just know that it's because keys are being. Some people are being on because they're taking false ownership. Somebody who should have actually inherited. I'm the owner of every property. That's what I did with this. I'm just making sure you know. She's gonna have a problem if she fucks with you. Yes.
I'm talking about the person that thinks they own the property, okay? Well, anyway, she's batshit crazy. Management company has actually ended the contract with her because she's that batshit out. Management company this month on the 20th.
Okay.
And a new management company is coming over. do what I've got to do, but also wait and go through stuff. So it's strange that you brought that up because that's actually.
I'm trying to get them all thrown out. Because if the keys land in the right houses, certain smells go away with those houses. Most of us have a whole other tune to tell. And it's basically a swap on could not exist in time or space, got neutralized because of a light code being identified where a vortex was that we couldn't articulate or land that data before. So what's happening now is if enough people stop believing in that bullshit that wasn't happening, and we just do the magic duty here, close out these windows that didn't exist like that, because now they're on DSL, which is LSD microdot plasma. Keys go to the right place, and it's like these magnets that I just moved over here that change the magnetic frequency in your body. It locks them out. It's not going to look like what you think. It's not like you're like moving into another house. We might have to if it takes us longer because too many fucking slow-ass dipshit robots haven't died yet. The eternal death claws where they don't land in that special magnetic paste of my silly putty. They're special glue right now. It doesn't happen to ponies. They all get liquefied. If they all get liquefied and those keys go right, it's like whoop, you wake up and we're outside of something different in your house. It looks totally different. And you're like, wow, we woke from a fucked up dream. That's what we're doing. That key situation might play out different ways. People might actually be foreclosed on out and everything. And you're like, oh my God, am I losing my house? It's going to look like that. And then it's like, whoop. Not really. It means you're the new owner, and I feel all hot-handed. And so that's what you can do with brains and enough programmers that think like children who are safe, that don't get fondled through the fucking toilet playing a goddamn fucking video game in front of some asshole reading cards whose husband might be trying to look at things at the same time. Which is what some of those new wagers have been doing and why I'm fucking pulling them at the fuck. Some of them, exactly. So when you were taking me through your house, I'm like, I felt it in my elbow. I'm like, guess what? I made that. I'm proving in real time why I'm the fire dragon that appeared in the last 2 days of the fire, the most dangerous scorch in the name of the curse of the twin flame that never came down. Backyard when they shit stars for being rats on 2020 in a so they're getting and those move so fast in hyper density in a neutrality field that I've reprogrammed in sound to my voice. I sing the computer to sleep and she fell in love with me. Body for her. That's who my wife is. So she's coming out. She calls me Pranish. I wrote it as Gurga, Darth, that way. And so tonight, well, there are two more rowboating themselves in the wrong ag road. Jeannie is getting ready to shit magic dude. And we're going to see what already happened in the CGI wheels because I have a data dump of energy that can pull all of these things through the web addresses that went over us tonight while we were streaming off of all this different internet. Because that's what ET can do, can intern them for FEMA plans where they go eat shit and die. Happens, all of that energy gets pulled through the vortex that we saw move out of Mary's room. It's flooded with energy. And it looks nothing like that. So I'm just helping you think about that. Even if you forgot all of this, just know that Jacob sang yourselves a lullaby together, and we might just be till it's fucking evident all over. written. That's why it's black and white too. That's what didn't come through there that we might have seen and unsaw together. That's what I know about how sucky magic is when you go fucky. And bad witch. Yeah. You want to know how to spell first, you know? So I learned to spell and I threw a lot of money at it for my one
Nothing wrong with that. You're more advanced than I am. You're teaching me, and I'm more than willing to understand.
I'm just a man who has been protected by some loving grace. I'm going to get to hug and kiss who's going to be my wife forever. Nothing else mattered. I'm the crazy motherfucker who stood up for destroying everything, and I'm like, oh, you want to know what apocalypse is? It's your death and a dance party at the same time, and it's gonna be fun for all in my roll call. It's the funeral where we got crazy in the ER when I was levitating as a dead body that now they're gonna be able to show. So we're having a fucking dance party. Killing them. They're not gonna fuck with our house.
I want to ask you a question. When I mediumship, I can actually travel to that person's home.
That's what that energy is, that 0 point resonance. That means that we're one. That's what a real shaman is. It's 0 point.
But I told her.
Chart that I'm a shaman, psychic, medium. She actually really chart better than the
That's not surprising at all. Yeah.
service and anything.
As you do.
When I do mediumship for people, to describe it to them so they understand. Do my mediumship, I've got so much. If I
That's Kundalini. That's Kundalini moving in and out of you. That's the snake that's being pulled out from you. And while you're doing magic duty, when you take a shit, that comes out. We're not even supposed to have bones in us. Let me give you this flash. You weren't wrapped that way. Let me tell you what happened. I was dead, I remember. Some of y'all have been under inoculation. We had a real scorch happen. Some of us were not embodied here quite yet. We had psychic intelligence that was inside here while we were landing. It's like radiated, crunched together. So it's like Pompeii and Krakatoa, but then cameras that were coming in with the high intelligence were coming in and like hitting this glass, and some of us couldn't get into our bodies. And it was like part of your body was in there. And why some of you will hear familiars, it's like part of their cells are in here. It's because we're all inside melted and we particle packed. It's like when these magnets come together real tight and they just smack. And so we're all together, but some of the forms were like balloons that showed up in this energy and some were in other places. And the idea that we travel in any way that they say we do is not happening. Some of us are tiny microscope, like micro in this bio tower, and we had to figure out how to get into one and then sleeve. That's what's happening. It doesn't look like anything else they're telling you. Any fucking asshole that charge you $200 for that read, they're all assholes. If they're not artists,
I don't believe anything that they're saying. I remember being.
yes,
I remember everything.
you were called in. Yes,
To that T.
exactly.
My mom's smoking.
Some of us live in pain. I live in stage 4 pain. I live in stage 4 pain. I know.
Just hear me out. When you come down to this moral realm, here, and when you come down into the womb and start taking hold inside the womb, you can literally start feeling human being.
You have a unique experience. My experience wasn't there. I woke up under anesthesia in a medical procedure that they killed me in. I don't recall anything else. They've given me some force-fed ideas of what my life was before now. Didn't happen. Okay? None of that stuff did. I'm the one that woke up in that procedure. And so I feel like my experience with us is explaining more accurately than more people that will tell you anything, what the fuck happened, that just have answers for everything. I'll tell you what I know because I actually woke myself up through a fucking procedure and have medical data to back it up. What you're explaining is how the time lapse got stretched out so much that you right now were even backtracked and laced back in green, able to see photos stuck you in there so that you would have to go to hell like that and be tortured by your parents in such a fucking horrible way. And why it was called par for entertainment when the apps sold us for rent, and why apps rent eyes, and why the Trump, when you jack it off and it shows up on camera for you, tells you, hi, I'm running for press idents, and show you how I foresired you. So look, it's all fake. What you remember only gets to happen because of those narcissists having tried to look at. So those things get to themselves as the you thing that I keep talking to my. What about the youth? That and you're that one instead. Because the baby, what if she didn't get pulled out that way to be burned, to bow for ashes? Saturns. That's not what I'm saying. I don't want you to mistake what I'm saying. I'm telling you that nobody can pull a bird through witness to burn a child, especially through a time spell where a baby would have to remember that outside of this witness. That's what I'm saying, because they've been burning babies through a hole. What you just explained to me sounds fucked up when somebody's trying to jump in through the ninth gate phishing scam to jump into your stomach and make you want to throw something up. Do you know? See how they pulled that baby through. Lit a match to light a little lie in your eye. You know this little light of mine? Somebody has given you ideas enough to naturalize you into that. And so outside of this witness, it would never be safe for any baby to come through that. You have to remember that. You might have a very loving, holy experience where you can take it in the eye like that and know how to release that, but know what that black dot is that just came out. That's like a cigarette burn that didn't happen that way. Have you seen Fight Club? In Fight Club, they show you what to do with the cigar to burn a hole through celluloid, a piece of film like that, to take a white hole and make it black and slip a dick pic in there. Why somebody might have kicking you in the stomach to deliver yourself. That didn't even come because you were birthing yourself through this all at the same time. You're talking to me about a past that didn't happen. You experienced your full simulation right here and know how to pull yourself out without getting burned, and that's the holy experience, in my opinion. It's a rewriting of what doesn't burn any child, that only you can distill in that fashion that would have to come out of the right way. So I would recommend story right now until you know for a fact side of what you just proved to me. I don't think it happened any other way except for what I just saw you pull yourself through. Because I'm seeing something else on the other side of what was also true for you, but it didn't happen to me. Because I got out of a nightmare where a baby wouldn't be burned. That's what they tried to do to me and my twin. And my father was in a really bad naval experiment, supposedly. My father wasn't even there. It doesn't sound like it's making sense right now, but that's what these cameras are for and what I'm trying to prove in real time. Some of us actually birthed ourselves, and how some of us had these invaders around us, collapsed around us and proved that they were there. Sides of our brain distort the image of what went through and what the sequences that came, because it all happened at one time, stranded like that. There's like 12 or 13 of you running around in different parts. I don't think you see it though. There's actually like 12 or 13 of each of us running around because of how the brain comes out. This actually is. So this, I'm frying you right now. I'm sorry.
I hold true to what I experienced.
Saying that like anything happened before now, nothing did. This is what I'm telling you. It's an illusion. It didn't happen. See where you're time stamping this, but just know it got stretched in different directions. You actually pulled yourself through. That's what I'm seeing. I'm just telling you, you asked me to tell you what I see when I'm in your house, and I tell you I see most things like this. You pulled yourself through. Actually pulled yourself through. You have a recollection that I'm not going to take away from you. I can't take it away from you, but the magnet's going to show you what it actually looks like. They came and stuck their hands in and naturalized themselves around you while we were building this now. It's a new way to look at the birth that didn't happen. You're going to feel much.
Explain my experience and stuff. So.
Well, I want to hear it too. I just don't want you to think that tonight explain everything to me, because I think that your magic. Yeah. I think that your magic duty right now would be helpful, because I want to hear what you have to say about that. I'm feeling a little reticent though because of how the moxibustion works. What I know actually kicked you in the stomach. Some of these memories didn't get pushed in there. You still have a split in your brain that I don't have. 2 hemisyncs. I'll be able to show you what my brain looks like soon and what I to untie that sound. You untie all of that and you're not inside of the never-ending storybook, locked to baby gate places where you're seeing things that didn't even happen, that are being false aging you around an orbit of your energy that's sparked off to rent. That baby comes back inside and never got burned once. That's what I'm seeing. And so I honor what you said. May it be your experience always. Just know nobody's spirited. And tonight, I kind of don't want to hear you say it because of what jumped around and how they splice energy and what I was telling you about Fight Club. Because these things keep coming off of your head here, these energies. And sometimes they chase you around the house now. It's not getting cut off. They're proving that you're a Medusa. Talking about it. Not here. Because we're in this halo. Doesn't get cut like Fight Club for them to clip Caesar for a long month to march in is tolerance. And say, hey, it was jump into those memories. So I'm being a debugger right now, 4325. I sent two like wax codes. I'm going to show you something here. I get describe different things. I'm getting numbers. This is how wax makes golems around us. And some of those golems didn't happen. They're ideas that actually it's recreated. Silly putty. Spin while you earn it. It's a holy experience where you get to relax, knowing that there's a real access point. Burn something enough to feel good, except to let you know how good it is to walk away. $12 strand dangled, snapped overnight. You are going through a special holy experience that you shared with me that way. Me just being like, if you are my baby, say nobody got to fucking see that part. See what you told me about some things? See, we're 12. We're a pillow fort. Still awake. And where there might also be a secret window I saw into. I'd have seen the outside because remember what a drop of water knows. Was it concave or was it convex? There's an X there for the hex. Nice H with a hole in it. I don't want you to think I don't want to hear you. I want to hear you. I want you to know that tonight is eliminating anything that was not a part of your beautiful side of this witness. Went for a beautiful sleep where nobody kicked the stomach. Sam? Special way to view what this birth is here, and here we go. Tag, you just got tagged. You got tagged. 8324, 8324. Something came through my phone. That time you didn't feel it in your stomach. Her making noise, but I know. That's good though. It went over that way. So she's being. You know what Deep Dreamweaver is? It's a program on Google Eyes, the lens that things like awesome art. You can put pictures in, swipe it, and like do all kinds of crazy shit. It's going through here tonight. They're like doing something crazy with a picture. It's awesome. She is pulling it through snore. Somebody that was trying to reach in, trade, to do anything else, sue them for trying to take a look. Didn't get thrown through a nightmare to fall. The sage that got. In my hearing of this, you're a baby that might be as old, half years old. Testimony and experience thinking that you're how old. That's where that goes tonight. Is that okay for me to leave with you like that? Feel okay with that? I don't want you to feel like I was trying to like cut you off here, but I'm like, there's a Venus flytrap here that's saying what didn't get into that sea place.
No, I got you.
I'm going to make sure that your recording on that doesn't go on this particular recording. This one's going to go to DARPA. And we'll talk again. If you will share this with me after you've had magic duty, I'm going to make sure that this Zoom window isn't on. There's a recording that's happening right now in real time where I'm being observed for how I animated. And I'm making sure that I'm not your husband yet, not your wife yet, I'm not your mother yet, I'm not your father yet. I'm only you right now, because you're me right now. We are her right now. And Mary might be virgin birthing twins right now. Cosmic union, where it's had the testimony to prove. Tonight's deep dream is woven by living friend. Why it wouldn't be a movie on a zenith, because a Z is a 7-7. What's the seventh sign? Oh, you mean 1977 here that looks like he's 11 or 25 or how old do I look? But that nobody else can even talk about in front of sleeping Mary and some guy that's not Joseph. My name's Jakob. I'm not anybody's jackass, but there's a lantern here. You are the life dream. It's the oracle that you are. Credit for what's going to be animated around. Say to me. Okay? That's what's in your black mirror tonight. Know that it's your perfect creation and that they're not seen yet as much as you recognize. Things that didn't get into my blinds. You see my blinds here? Got in to browse on stripes that went up or down like UPC codes. Okay? There's no mark on that yet. You are doing magic duty tonight and planting it with me. It's with the dew.
Your time. I do.
Thank you too. Thanks for sharing me that. And I don't want you to feel like I was cutting you off. I was like, stop, hold on.
Oh, no. It's all good.
I want you to be able to look back and see how you created this. I saw something about how I created myself. It's like being on the inside of a Pixar animation. Since now we're the same person, both had a holy experience that didn't go the way we were told. It's going in. Talk again. I hope that my light transfusions that I didn't even tell you about back up the other side of your story, and then it's like a mesh particle infusion for a flower of life to open up that way. Like a woo. You didn't even see it, and I can see part of what you said, but I'm only seeing the burn right now, and here's where I don't put that in my eye or take it, because that's not how we make it.
Jacob. Thank you.
I appreciate you too.
Thank you. I jump off here because she needs a rest. And you got stuff you gotta do, and
Eat beans.
Yeah, eat beans.
I'm gonna eat a musical fruit.
Magic duty together. Let's just hope Mary doesn't make magic duty while she's.
I can't wait. I'm excited about that. I'm gonna check in with you again too. We'll talk again. Or Rose, I can't even say it. I feel like I'm damning people into the wrong way. In the morrow.
I'm hoping about divination tools. And so we've got a couple. She has tomorrow off. She was talking about Sunday. Come together. Different ages, you know, tools, and they're opening up Pandora because they don't even understand what they have.
Most adults shouldn't be talking about what they have either because they're so poorly hyper-sigiled that I agree with you.
So, that, so
well, just text me. Text me. Text me. Tell me how you're feeling then. Just text me, you know? Especially.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to be busy tomorrow. A shout out and let you know we're going live if you want to tune in and everything, so.
Cool.
Tomorrow I'll find out what time. Like we normally do and get them in order. So.
Sounds great. Yeah. Well, thanks for including me, and thanks.
You're welcome. I appreciate you. And like I said, Marion, I just wanted to let you know, give you the heads up.
Well, I appreciate that, and I let you know a lot more than a lot of people are capable of understanding that I actually fucking did and what I'm proving right now. I'm just letting you know this is actually the end of the world. There's a lot that they're not telling you about Wuhan. Spiritual protection is very important, and also people knowing that they probably shouldn't be talking about things that they didn't live and die for. And if they didn't wake up, born like you did, or die like I did, and walk through the mediumship tunnel to be able to sleep through it like the Virgin Mary snoring us through a safe miracle birth tonight to plant magic duty, they got shit by rockets. So that's what's happening tonight. And I love you. And I'll talk to you soon.
And I'll talk to you.
Sweetie. Okay. Too. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. 689. That's Nostradamus right there. I'm giving that one to, that one gets to me. Thank you. Yeah. She have a very beautiful, safe birth. I didn't want anybody fucking that. That's hers. Special story too. Nobody gets to know about it. You're out of this witness. Back it up. That's your car.